Hi there, it's Chris here with selfmadenewbie.com, and in this video we're going to go through the best Nintendo Switch multiplayer games currently out there today. Now I've kept this list as comprehensive as possible, just narrowing it down to my absolute favorite 5. So no matter what you're looking for, there'll definitely be something on this list for you. So before we jump in, drop a like and subscribe and hit the bell to be updated with new videos. Alright, as usual, I'm going to skip the fluff and just jump right in. If you want to confirm those recommendations, go in the description there and check out that list to also ensure you get the best price. Alright, so the first one on my list, these are in no particular order, is going to go to my personal favorite, and this is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or as I like to call it, the Royal Rumble of the gaming world. Imagine getting every character you've ever loved, and some you've probably forgotten about, from the vast Nintendo universe, throwing them into a blender and then pouring their chaotic mix onto your gaming console, and that's what this is. Some of the key features, well, the characters, 74. Yep, 74 characters. It's like a school reunion, but with characters you actually want to see. You've got everyone from Mario, who's been jumping on mushrooms since the 80s, to newcomers like Simon Belmont, who I'm pretty sure was invited just because he owns a whip. Then there's stages, 100 stages. I mean, if variety is the spice of life, this game is the curry of the gaming world. And let's not forget the mix of characters again. It's like they threw a party and invited every video game character ever, even the ones who didn't RSVP. You've got your classic Nintendo characters, your fan favorites making a triumphant return, and also some new faces that you'll probably have to Google. So who's it suited for? Well, if you're the kind of person who enjoys chaos, loves a trip down memory lane with a side of, who the hell is that? This game is definitely for you. Gather your friends, because trust me, you haven't seen a proper brawl until you've seen Mario throw down with Ken Masters. It's like watching your childhood fight your adolescence. Utterly confusing, but impossible to look away. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate isn't just a game, it is a gladiator arena for your favorite characters, and the best part, no one's gonna call the cops when the fighting starts. The next one is gonna go to my favorite RPG, and this is gonna go to Diablo 3, the Eternal Collection. So grab your virtual swords and your looting bags, because diving into the chaotic world of Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, it isn't just a game, it's a digital bonanza of relentless slashing, looting, and just an overall festival of chaos. We're talking about one of the mightiest action RPGs of our time, finding its snug little place right in the heart of the Nintendo Switch. And trust me, it feels more at home than a cat curled up in a sunbeam. Some of the key features, well, the content. It's more packed in here than a can of sardines. All the previously released goodies, all the slashing, all the looting, it's all here. It's like they've taken the entire Diablo 3 universe, put a bow in it and said, here, have fun cleaning this mess up. And then there's the classes, 7 of them. It's like a buffet, but instead of food, you're choosing how you're going to demolish enemies. A smorgasbord of destruction, if you will. Now, the social butterflies among you will appreciate this. There's no shortage of ways to play this game with your friends. Same TV, different switches, online, offline, upside down. This game has got you covered. It's like the developers knew that the only thing better than slaying demons is slaying demons with your friends. And for the cherry on top, there's exclusive Switch gear inspired by none other than Ganondorf himself. It's like they took one look at The Legend of Zelda and said, hold my beer, and threw in some gear just to make things even more epic. So who's it for? Well, if you're the kind of person who likes their action like they like their coffee, dark, intense, and capable of keeping you up all night, then this is probably going to be your digital cup of tea. Grab up to 3 of your friends or go solo if you're feeling brave and dive into the digital pandemonium. It's a wild ride and you're going to want to hold on tight. So happy demon hunting with this one. The next one is my recommendation for the best racer. This is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So start your engines and prepare for a whirlwind of nostalgia and high-speed shenanigans with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This isn't just a racing game. This is the racing game. It's like the grand buffet of all racing games out there, and everyone's invited. Forget about the laws of physics and road safety, because in this digital paradise, the crazier you drive, the better, really. Key features, well, the scale. This game is huge. More characters than a soap opera, tracks that change more often than a teenager's mood, and vehicles that are more customizable than a Subway sandwich. You pick the speed. It's like being in control of a rocket, but instead of going to space, you're zooming around throwing banana peels at people. You decide your power-ups. It's like having a magician's hat, but instead of pulling out rabbits, you're pulling out red shells and lightning bolts. And then there's the multiplayer. Whether you're playing on the same sofa or across continents, the competition is fierce. It's like the Olympics, but everyone's in go-karts and throwing shells. But there is more. Battle mode is back, and it's like seeing an old friend again. Remember those sleepovers in middle school where you'd play until the sun came up? Well, that's the kind of fun we're talking about. It's the cherry on top of this already insane Sunday of a game. So who's it for? Well, if you're someone who believes that racing games should be about more than just who crosses the finish line first, if you believe that they should be about chaos, mayhem, and the occasional banana peel, then this is for you. Grab your friends, choose a character, and may the best racer win. And remember, if you're not first, you're last. Just kidding. In this game, even if you're last, you'll have a blast. So get racing and let the chaos begin, is my advice. The next one is my recommendation for the best beat 'em up, and this is the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. So fans of classic arcade chaos, lend me your ears because we've got a real gem on our hands, the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. This isn't just a game, it's a nostalgic trip down memory lane packed with punches, kicks, and the sweet, sweet sound of enemies being bashed. It's like opening up a treasure chest and finding all your favorite childhood memories ready to be relived. Key features, well, first off, it's not 1, not 2, but 7 Capcom arcade classics. This is like the Avengers of arcade games, each one bringing its own unique brand of butt kicking to the table. We are talking Final Fight, where the punches are plenty and the hair is questionable. Captain Commando, where you get to live out all your superhero fantasies. And then there's the King of Dragons, Armored Warriors, and Battle Circuit. For those of you who like your beat 'em ups with a side of, wait, what's this one again? And because we're living in the future, they've thrown in some sweet, sweet features. You can save states, because nobody's got time to start from the beginning every time. An art gallery for when you want to take a stroll down memory lane without the carpal tunnel. And both online and local multiplayer, so you can bash bad guys with your friends, whether they're on the other side of the couch or the other side of the world. And it's also like they took everything you loved about the arcade, threw in a few modern conveniences and said, here, have the time of your life, which is great. So who's it for? Well, if you're the kind of person who looks back on the days of coin-operated glory with a tear in your eye and a joystick-shaped indent in your hand, this is for you. Gather your friends, pick up your game, and get ready to mash those buttons like it's 1999. The Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle is here to show you that arcade fun isn't just a thing of the past, it's a thing of the present, and it's waiting for you in all its pixelated glory. The next one is my recommendation for the best for moving around, and this is going to go to ARMS. So, folks, hold on to your, well, actually you might need your hands for this one, but diving into the wonderfully wacky world of ARMS. Now, this isn't your grandma's fighting game. This is full body, flail your arms around like you just don't care kind of a game. Forget about button mashing, we're in the future now, and in the future, we punch air to win battles. Some of the key features, well, you're going to need 2 sets of Joy-Cons, yes. It's like this game is telling you go big or go home. And also, once you're armed, pun intended, you'll take control of a fighter who's all limbs and no logic. Stretchy arms, wacky costumes, and moves that defy all anatomical understanding. It's like they threw the rulebook out the window and said, you know what? Arms don't work like that, but in this game they do. Now, as you flail and flop around, you'll start to realize there's more to this game than meets the eye. Punch, dodge, block, it's all in a day's work. The game might look like a party, but it's got the soul of a strategist. Will you be the Muhammad Ali of stretchy arms, floating like a butterfly, or will you be the Mike Tyson, going in for the knockout? It's decent enough to play alone, a good solid workout for your arms and your pride, but bring in a partner and it's like the game morphs into a party in a box. Stretchy arms, flying fists, and it's probably more laughter than any other fighting game I've seen. So who's it for? Well, if you're the kind of person who thinks that fighting games could use a bit more cardio, or you've ever wondered what it's like to have arms that can stretch further than your to-do list, ARMS is a great game. It's bizarre, it's funny, and it's the perfect way to settle the score with your friends. Just make sure you've cleared some space in your living room because ARMS is a full body experience and those punches don't pull themselves, so happy flailing. Alright, so those are my recommendations there. Hopefully there's something on that list for you. If you do have any questions, drop them down below, and if you found value in this video, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.